How resilient is the European economy? In a complex, interdependent world, Europe's economy is continuously challenged by external shocks, the race for competitiveness, and the need to ensure equal living conditions across the continent. Our missions strive to bolster Europe's resilience and secure its long-term economic prosperity by diversifying sources of critical raw materials, increasing sustainability, and establishing a European data space.
What recycling does is to lower our dependence on virgin materials. So when you use a recycled material, this material has already been put on the market. It was a virgin material at some point, but through the recycling, it has been kept in the market for longer and can just be reused over and over again. And also, and I think this is something that the EU also sees more and more, we also reduce CO2 emissions, for instance, if we recycle. Because if we have to mine, for instance, to get certain kinds of metals, or we have to use oil in the production of plastics, that really emits a lot of CO2, greenhouse gases. But if we recycle, we lower this as well. So that means recycling is also good for the climate, which we absolutely need when we look at all the numbers and at climate change.
Fairness and opportunity are central themes in the missions. They aim to bridge the disparities between urban centres and rural areas and elevate small and medium-sized towns, promoting local economic development, affordable housing, cultural funding and democratic engagement.
The economic developments in urban centres should be supported so that people have really a perspective to find decent jobs also in rural areas, not only in the centres.
Quite often the national policies are not so well tuned with community-led local development initiatives, because sometimes national policies are still in the old mode, just working in the logic of Pillar 1 of the community agriculture policy, which is to support agriculture, subsidize agriculture and so on. Whereas in our times there is increasing need to really focus on these local development initiatives.
The missions seek to ignite entrepreneurial spirit across the continent by creating a network of innovation hubs, supporting research to market transformation and improving access to startup finance. They democratize business creation and innovation.
Talent is attracted to where you have the most opportunities. So if you would let the free market play, let's say, you would end up with startup hubs in Paris, in London, in Amsterdam, and then you would end up in a US situation where everything goes to Silicon Valley, to Boston, to Austin, and everything in between disappears. So if we are going to have taxpayer money to have high level education everywhere in Europe, but then the impact of this education is created just in a few cities, this will never work. This is not democratic, this is not the EU way. Another challenge is competition. Yeah? So we want these regional centers to work together, not to compete. If you look at what's currently driving innovation, it are things like AI, like deep tech. These are things that cannot be solved by a single actor. We need to collaborate. We need a mentality shift all over Europe to think about ecosystems and win-wins in ecosystems.
Our 12 missions for a progressive Europe represent a comprehensive vision for Europe's future, one that promises a more equitable, secure and prosperous continent, promoting the well-being and economic stability of all its citizens. Visit our website to learn more about the 12 missions for a progressive Europe.